Remember Karamoko Dembele, the super talent who played against boys 7 years older than himself as a child and made his debut for Celtic at the age of 16. In recent years, his career has not been going well, but this season, he's back under the spotlight. In this video, we will tell you about Karamoko's rebirth and why this player can still become a first-class superstar. Subscribe to our channel and let's get started! Karamoko Dembele was born to Ivorian parents in London but grew up in Scotland, where he moved with his family before he turned 1. From the time he was a little boy, Caddy, as he's nicknamed, played football and stood out from his peers. At the age of 10, he entered the Celtic Academy, where he received his football education. The boy first appeared on the media's radar in 2016. Back then, 13-year-old Karamoko made his debut for Celtic's U20 team, where he played against opponents who were 7 years older than him. Obviously, the boy had to be incredibly talented to achieve such a feat. At that time, he was starting to gain popularity on the internet, just like any prodigy with great talent. The real boom came at the end of the 2018-19 season when 16-year-old Karamoko made his first team debut for Celtic. It happened in the final match of the Scottish Premier League. In that match, Celtic played against Hearts, having won gold medals earlier, so the coach decided to give the young Karamoko his debut. Caddy spent the entire second half on the pitch and impressed the audience. Small in stature, but fast, with excellent dribbling and high game intelligence. To show such a performance at the age of 16 in the fierce Scottish League was a great success. By the way, in that match, Dembele played against fellow young talent Aaron Hickey, who currently represents Brentford in the Premier League. In October 2019, L'Équipe named Dembele as one of 6 outstanding young players set to revolutionize the game. Among others, the list included Barcelona prospect Ansu Fati. L'Équipe characterized Karamoko as follows: vivid and agile, the British striker seems destined for a great career, although questions still surround him, especially his final decision on the international stage. At the time, it felt like it was only the beginning of Karamoko's outstanding career, and everyone was hoping to see much more next season. Like the video if you remember the hype for the young Dembele back in the day. However, life did not turn out the way everyone had hoped. Over the next 3 seasons, Karamoko made only 9 appearances in a Celtic shirt and scored 1 goal. Moreover, he did not have a single start. Every time he was subbed on for the final 15 minutes of the game. The pressure of expectations, a tough league, and a serious ankle injury in the 2021-22 season ruined his hopes for success with Celtic. As much as Karamoko flashed when he was 16, he faded away just as quickly at the age of 19. Unfortunately, we know too many examples when gold-kissed children who were unbeatable at the youth level could not handle adult football. Isn't that right, Hakim Mastor? After the contract with Celtic expired, Karamoko decided to look for a better life elsewhere and joined French Ligue 1 club Brest as a free agent. In France, things did not go much better for Caddy. Nevertheless, he played in 17 matches for his new club. Karamoko was again a reserve player and started only once in the French Cup. All the rest were substitute appearances. He also had no goals or assists. Last summer, it seemed that nothing outstanding could be expected from Dembele. Brest did not really count on the guy and loaned him out to English League 1 club Blackpool. That's when it started. Karamoko seems to have been reborn in Blackpool. After spending the first couple of months adapting, he secured a place in the starting lineup and gradually developed into a true leader for the Tangerines. His pace, technique, and football intelligence started to work at this level, and for a player in his position, it was the best thing that could have happened. And most importantly, Karamoko started scoring goals and providing assists. This season, he has 6 goals and 11 assists in 29 League 1 matches, adding another goal and another assist in the FA Cup. Dembele is currently the second best assistant in the league and is leading his club to the playoffs for the championship promotion. He's been a real top performer for us this season, so I'm hoping he can be a decisive player for us in some big games between now and the end of the campaign. Blackpool coach Neil Critchley says about Karamoko: "The Tangerines' coach also deserves a lot of credit for Dembele's renaissance. Critchley worked at Liverpool's academy for 7 years, so he knows how to treat talented youngsters. We have to play a certain way for him. We have to be a team that plays football. If we want to develop young, exciting players, then we've got to give them the ball, Neil says. The coach not only gave the player confidence, but also changed his role on the pitch. Previously, we knew Dembele as a classic winger with the usual attributes: pace, technique, and agility. Critchley invented a different position for Karamoko. In most matches this season, Caddy has been playing as the number 10 in a 3-4-1-2 formation behind 2 forwards. In this formation, he has freedom of action and movement. The coach allows him to travel all over the pitch in search of the ball, and it pays off for the team. Karamoko is also in charge of set pieces. He's a brilliant footballer. I love watching him play. He is exciting. He's something different in this league. He's really courageous. He takes the ball into any area of the pitch and backs himself. He's a lovely boy and is great to work with. Critchley praised his player. You have to admit, when you have a coach who does so much for you, you grow wings. A good team, a coach who puts his trust in you, and a talented player who needs support. When it all comes together, we have a perfect win-win situation. Right now, Karamoko shows a level of play that exceeds League One, and in the summer he will have to decide on his next step. This time he can't miss. Caddy is 21, and he can still grow into a world-class player, but he needs to choose the right club to do so. The position of Brest, the club that owns Karamoko's contract, is still unknown. If they are counting on the player, he may stay, especially since Brest is fighting to get into the Champions League next season, and this prospect looks pretty good for Dembele. However, if the French club does not value the player, they can sell him. After such a season in England, there will be plenty of interest in him, and Brest will be able to make good money after signing Caddy as a free agent. Of course, the ideal scenario for Karamoko would be to get a promotion to the championship with Blackpool and hope that the Tangerines buy out his contract. The championship will be a great next step for the player's development, and he will continue his work with a coach who is investing a lot of effort in his growth. We want to keep good players and bring them to the football club. Caddy is obviously one of them. It goes without saying that if we could, then he is the type of player we'd love to have. Neil Critchley says. Karamoko will also have to decide which national team to play for. He can choose England because he was born there, Scotland because he lived there since childhood, or Ivory Coast, as his parents are from there. Caddy has previously been called up and played for the Scottish and English youth national teams, playing more games for the latter. Anyway, next summer will be crucial for Karamoko's career, and we will be closely following his next step. Friends, write in the comments what club you would like to see Dembele at in the future, and whether you believe he can grow into a world-class player. Watch our other videos, and take care. Bye-bye.